Okay, so let's get started. So hello everyone and welcome to our November webinar for RMC Asia, and today's webinar is called From CV to Internship, Steps to Success with RMC Asia. And my name is Alicia, and today with me I have Lisa, who is our Students Recruitment Coordinator at RMC Asia.
Hello everyone, nice to meet you all.
Right, hi Lisa. So Lisa will be sharing some valuable tips and insights with you throughout this session, and we'll be talking about how to prepare your CV for hospitality internships, as well as what happens after your application with RMC Asia, and also how we support you in the process. So these are just some of the topics that we will be talking about. Okay, so let's begin here. All right, so a quick introduction for those of you who are joining us here for the first time. Let me tell you a little bit about RMC Asia. So RMC Asia is a Bangkok-based organization, and we specialize in cultural exchange program opportunities. And as you might know, we work in the hospitality and tourism industry, and we help students, graduates, as well as young professionals to get internships and traineeship opportunities in hotels in Asia and the Middle East. So we work predominantly with 4- and 5-star hotels, luxury hotel brands, in destinations like Thailand, the Maldives, the UAE, Hong Kong, Qatar, and many, many more. All right, and actually, for your information, next year will be our 10 years anniversary. So it's been a decade since RMC Asia has been operating, and this is a big milestone for us. All right, so we'll be having a Q&A at the end of the session. So if any of you guys have any questions in the process, you can just save them for later, or you can drop them in the chat. And yeah, let's dive in. All right, Lisa, so let's start with one of the most important steps in the journey for applying for an internship, the CV. So can you please tell us what actually makes a great CV stand out when it comes to hospitality internships?
Yes, sure, absolutely. So being a recruitment coordinator, I see so many CVs, resumes. So my tips for you all is first to add your relevant education, okay, as well as your relevant experience if you have, of course. A good resume should also have a professional photo. So we all care about your vacation, for example, but on your resume, we would prefer to see you in the best way, okay, so in a professional way. Because of course, the resume with us will be shared with the hiring managers of the hotels and resorts we work with. So it's always better to share your best version, okay? Of course, it's also important to add your soft skills, so the skills that you have, personal skills that you may have, as well as professional skills or that you have gained during your studies. Also, it's very important to use a resume template with a good layout. This means that all the main information should be added at the top of the resume, so your photo, your name, as well as your birth date, all the relevant information that us as recruiters may immediately see. After that, it's important to have all the others information, so education, experience, and the skills, maybe on a side. Last but not least, it's very important to make it short. So don't make very long resumes with many additional information, but it's always better to keep it 1 page, maximum 2, okay, and to make it easy to read. Okay, so about this, we are good. If you have questions, you can write in the chat, please, and then I will be happy to reply to you.
All right, thank you for the great tips,
You're welcome.
Lisa. So actually, on the flip side, what are some common mistakes that applicants should avoid when they put together their CV?
Okay, so first, the most common mistake that I find in CVs is the information added in the wrong way. Because in a good CV, the information should add from the last experience to the past ones, because we want to see which one is your last one, okay, first, and then all the others. Also, another mistake could be not to add the graduation date, or at least the last education that you have, as well as an enrollment date if you are currently studying. Or another mistake is not to add the birth date, okay, which is very important, for example, in our case, for our programs. And as I said before, also not adding a professional photo. The photo is not mandatory in all resumes, but for us to share with the hiring manager, so to share your application with the in the hospitality, a photo would be a nice to have.
Thank you for these tips, Lisa.
Welcome.
And here's actually a question that we hear from many students. So what happens if somebody has a limited work experience? How can they still highlight their strengths in their CV?
Okay, so a relevant work experience, it's not mandatory, for example, if you are applying for an internship. But of course, other strengths that you may underline in your resume could be, for example, the skills that you have or that you gain during your experience at university or school. Okay, so it could be in projects, volunteering projects, or other relevant experience that you may have had. And also, it's very important to highlight what you learn, okay, from this experience, because this may also be helpful in other contexts. So if you, for example, have a volunteer experience, this could be important for the recruiter or the hiring manager to understand what you can do. Okay, so if you don't have relevant experience, my suggestion is always to focus on the other skills, okay, or projects, collaboration that you may have had, for us to better understand also your personality.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Lisa, for sharing. Okay, so moving on to the application process, Lisa. So one thing that I wanted to ask is how important is it for applicants to stay open-minded during the application process with RMC Asia, especially when it comes to the choice of destinations and departments that we offer?
Yeah, okay, sure. So to be open-minded with us is very important because, as I always say during the interviews, it's better to focus on the experience than on the destination because, of course, what we offer is a cultural exchange program. So it's important for our candidates, for our participants to have a great experience. So being open-minded in terms of department, in terms of destinations, means that you may have more opportunities, receive more opportunities in terms of interviews and every other things that may be interesting for you. So as I say, it's always better to focus on the experience itself. And the destination, of course, you can add your preferences, but every destination is unique. So the experience that you will have in one of these will be as well unique.
Mm-hmm. Of course, yeah. It's very important to select a destination and, of course, a role that you enjoy, but we should also be able to, I guess, see the variety of options and, I guess, be able to select from the other ones as well.
Yes, of course. And I would also like to add that, for example, if you belong to, you have experience in a specific department, with us would be possible also to join another one because we are offering you an internship program. So it's something that is developed for you to gain more experience. So also to explore new areas. Okay. So also in these terms, we ask you to be open-minded because we are open-minded. So we can offer you many opportunities and you may learn new skills, gain new experience in different fields that maybe you don't consider at this moment because you think that they are not relevant for your education. So also in this case, being open-minded is very important.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we've had participants who have, for example, applied for front office and spent some time there, but then at one point they decided that they're also interested in food and beverage. So I guess having that open-mindedness allows them to gain skills in various areas of hospitality, which can be very beneficial to any role in hospitality.
Yes, yes, I absolutely agree. So, of course.
All right, Lisa. So let's talk a little bit about what happens after somebody submits their application. Could you walk us through the steps that applicants can expect with RMC Asia?
Yes, so after submitting an application with us, so you will receive an interview invitation from our side. So as RMC Asia, we do the introduction interview. It's a pre-screen interview to get to know you, understand your preferences in terms of destinations and departments. Of course, also in terms of availability, when would you like to start? So in the first interview, we will just have a chat to understand your preferences. After that, if you decide to register with us, the next step is to pay the registration fee and to we will share with you a participation agreement, which is a document that contains all your preferences. And if you decide to move forward, you should send us back us signed, okay, together with the registration fee. After that, we will ask you to provide us your CV in our template, using our template. And when we receive these three documents, we can start introducing you to the hiring managers. This process may take up to a few months, okay, because we want to find you the best suitable option. And after a few interviews that you will receive, you will also receive an offer. Just when you accept the offer, okay, from the hiring manager, from the partner, you should remit the second fee, which is for our professional services that includes benefits as support for the visa documentation, support for the travel insurance, as well as language support, travel arrangements, communication with the host. So we offer a series of professional services. After the payment of this second fee with us, we can start processing your visa and also working on your placement. So these are the steps that we follow after you apply with us.
Thank you for describing this, Lisa. And I think it's also important to highlight that once this process is complete, RMC Asia will also hold some pre-departure preparation with you. So we will have a pre-departure orientation call, which will help you to be more prepared and I guess to avoid culture shock when you move to a new country.
Yes, of course, we will prepare your first interviews and also share with you our cultural booklets. So for you to be prepared when you move to the new country. Yes, this is included in the professional services that we offer.
All right, so I think we covered this for the question of how RMC Asia supports you during that stage. So there will always be support and assistance with you throughout the entire process.
Yes, so we support you for the entire process of the of placement, so for the entire program. For example, with the benefits that I mentioned, so making for you easier applying for a visa, because we will take care of the documentation application, as well as the insurance for travel or the language support. If you, for example, don't feel very comfortable with English, we can provide you additional support, okay, in English, as well as interview preparation and communicating. So our support is more operational, okay, but it's for you to make this process easier. So we would like to offer you a great experience. So that's why we take care of all the steps.
Yeah, perfect. And then with that in mind, Lisa, one question that we do get occasionally is whether RMC Asia assists participants after their internship ends. So, for example, do we assist with getting permanent positions after our program finishes?
So at RMC Asia, after the program ends, we don't guarantee, okay, we can't offer this kind of support, because if you are asked to become permanent, so if you are absorbed by the hotel directly, this is something between you and the host organization. So we from RMC Asia, we can just say congratulations, because we will be more than happy that you receive this kind of offer, but it's not something that we support you. Okay, because it will be directly with the employee. So not with us.
Okay, got it. Thank you, Lisa, for clarifying that.
You're welcome. And just to add, this is also valid for like an extension of the program. So if you, for example, do a 6 months internship with us, and after that, the host organization will ask you to extend, or you want to extend the program, and the host organization accept it, but also in this case would be something with the host directly. Okay, so after the program with us ends, it's just it's over, but you can apply for a second program in the future.
Mm-hmm. Of course, of course. All right, thank you so much again, Lisa. So, I think we're now moving up to the end of our session, and at this point, I would like to open the floor for any questions. So, if any of you guys are listening and have any questions, you can ask them by voice, or you can also send them in the chat if you're shy, and we'll try to answer as many as possible. All right, I have a raised hand from Marion.
Yes,
You can.
hello. Thank you
Hi.
for your presentation. I have a few questions about the fees. What are the prices, exact price, and everything?
Yes, of course, it's totally totally is fine. So we have the fees to be paid. The first one is for the registration fee, okay, and you may find it on our website, okay, or landing page. And the second one is for our professional services, but the total amount is around 2,000 US dollars, okay, total amount of the fees. But for more information, you can reach our website and see our pricing.
All right, thank you. And I had
You're
a
welcome.
second question concerning the visa. For example, if I want to apply in Singapore, how can you make sure that the visa will be validated about the eligibility and everything?
Okay, so first, just for you to know, we don't work with Singapore right now, but we have other destinations as well, like Hong Kong, for example. But to reply to your question in general, we will support you for the visa. Of course, there are requirements, okay, for the application of the visa. So to not be rejected, what is important is to be, for example, medically fit, have a valid passport, have a clean criminal background check. So these are in general the requirements, okay, that they may ask you. So if you provide that you can guarantee all these proofs, then generally the visa is not rejected, okay? But if it's rejected for a country, for example, there could be the possibility to apply for another country. But if it's rejected for that country specific, there is no possibility to apply again, okay, with us. I mean, for that country, not in general for the programs.
All right. Thank you very
You're
much.
welcome.
And we are two to listen. And the other question, my friend has a question about Malaysia. Are you offering internship in Malaysia also, or
Yes, yes, we are starting next year. So from 2025, we also have Malaysia. So yes, we have opportunities there. I will share for you all in the chat our landing page, so you can find more information about the pricing and the program, so also about the destinations. And yeah, other questions?
Also, just to let you guys know, I will also have a QR code at the end of the presentation that you can also scan to reach our page with some more info. So don't worry about that. But yeah, waiting for more questions if anybody has anything to ask. Nope, doesn't look like it.
No, maybe we covered all the all the questions. But of course, if you have any more questions, like after this webinar, you can reach us, okay, sending us an email, and we will provide you more information about any doubts you may have.
Yep, exactly. And actually, I would also like to share our YouTube channel with all our viewers because we do have some of our past webinar content on there, as well as some interviews with our participants. So if any of you guys are interested in hearing specific experiences from people, you'll be able to find that on our channel. Give me one moment. All right, so if we don't have any questions, then I think we should be able to wrap up this session. So as I mentioned already, if you're interested in learning more about us, you can scan this QR code and it will lead you to our landing page, which Lisa has also shared in the chat.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you everybody for joining today, and hopefully the session was helpful. If you have any more additional questions, of course, you can reach the email on the screen, info@RMC Asia. Oh, I have one more hand raise here. Hi.
Yeah, my name is Mohit. Can you hear me?
Not very well. You look a bit far from the microphone. Try again. Okay, now yes.
Is it okay now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. First of all, it was a wonderful session. Thank you so much. My name is Umar Shukbir, and basically I'm from Pakistan. And right now I'm looking for internship in like Muscat, Oman, in these countries. And I just moved here, and I have valid visa. What do you think? How long does it take to find me an internship if I want to apply? If I'm
Okay.
already here, I don't need a visa or something like that.
Okay, this is a question that I often receive. Okay, but just for you to know, when we offer our program in the professional service fee, the visa cost is also covered, and this is something that we can't detach. So if you're looking for an internship only in Oman and you are living currently, so you have already a visa in Oman, I mean, my suggestion is maybe not to apply at the moment with us, because of course we cannot detach that visa, so you will pay the same fee, okay, even if you already have a visa. But if you want to apply for more destinations, for example, traveling to other countries, then you're more than welcome. And the entire process in general may take up to 3 months, okay, from the interview with us until we find you an internship option. Because of course there is an entire, like, first we have to share your resume with our partners, then you will receive interviews. After that, you will accept the offer. So it's a bit long process. So my suggestion is always to apply at least 3-4 months in advance, okay, to be placed at a time that may be suitable for you also, okay?
Yeah, okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right, thank you for the question, and thank you, Lisa, for your response. So just to double check, does anybody else have any more questions before we wrap up? Nope. Okay, I think we're ready to finish the session. So thank you again, everyone, for joining us today, and we really hope the session was helpful. And I have another raised hand. Hi, Ahmed.
Mohammed, I'm from Egypt, but I'm working in UAE. I'm working at manager receptionist in here in UAE. But I want to like to grow my career, so I like thinking to go Europe. So I know I need to know if you have more details about go Europe because I have already experienced 6 years from receptionist to hotels.
But are you willing to go to other destinations or only where you are located?
I looking to grow my career to city to country. It's be perfect for me.
Okay, so you can apply for all the destinations that we have, okay, decide depending on your personal interest. So if you, for example, want to go to Thailand, you're more than welcome to apply as well for other destinations. After that, okay, you can apply for all. This is like that's why we say we are open-minded, because you can apply for all the destinations and you will receive interviews, okay, from all the partners that will have the possibility, okay, so unavailable position. And if you want to grow your career in a specific department, in a specific destination, of course, we can add it as a preference, but all the destinations are open, okay? So this is really up to you about your preference, your personal preference. So did I respond to your question, or?
Yeah, you tell me.
Was it clear? Was it clear?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay, good. So you can just apply with us, and after the interview, we will discuss the destinations, okay, that you are interested in, and we will share your application with the partners directly.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Ahmed. Thank you, Lisa. And just to add to Lisa's response, we do offer 3 types of programs. We did not go into detail with that, but we do have internship opportunities as well as management training programs and contractual positions. So for those of you who have a bit more experience, you may be eligible for management training or contractual position. It might be more suitable for you to grow your experience. And again, for more detail on that, you can visit our website or you can also get in touch with us via email. Okay, so checking for the last time if we have any more questions as we're running out of time. I think that's all. All right, so I think we'll wrap it now finally. So again, thank you everybody for joining us today, and I really hope the session was helpful for you and insightful. And of course, if you have any further inquiries, any detailed questions, you can reach out to the email on the screen, so info@rmcasia.org. And you can also visit our landing page via this QR code or the link in the chat. So I'm hoping to see everybody again in our next webinar. And thank you so much, Lisa, as well, for your very detailed responses.
Thank you, Alicia. Thank you all for joining us. It was a pleasure. And please reach out to us if you have more questions.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Bye.